It's with heavy heart that I'm finally saying goodbye to my Galaxy S20. It's been one of my long favorite phones, even though I haven't been using it as a daily driver. I always had it as a secondary phone. When I record my videos in the beginning of starting the channel, I've always used my Galaxy S20. And throughout the years, I started using the current phone that I'm using to record my videos. But the S20 has definitely been pretty reliable. And for the time when it was released, it was actually a $1,000 phone. So these days, at $1,000 you can get the Plus model, but when the S20 were first released, that is when phones started crossing over the $1,000 mark and making it the norm. And the following year after that, the S21, they had to trim it down, take off some specs to hit the $800 mark. And since the S21, they slowly been bumping it back up again just to improve all the specs to get to the Galaxy S25, which is where we are today. I finally decided to trade in my S20 for my S25. Still a little bit sad about it. It's a lot of good memories, a lot of nostalgia. But then the fact of the matter is the security support ends this year in 2025. When you buy these phones, back then you get about 5 years of security support. And now it's finally come to an end, and I don't want it to just sit in the drawer. So I might as well get something good out of it. And being a T-Mobile customer, video is not sponsored by the way, they had an incredible trade-in deal where if you trade in the Galaxy S20, you basically get the S25 for free. So that is $800 off. So I think it's a no-brainer at this point, trading a 5-year-old phone and getting a brand new S25 for free. And the biggest downside is that the S20 had micro SD slot. So even though I had a 128 gigabyte model, I have a 512 gigabyte SD card. Now that I no longer have that, I'm forced to buy the higher model on the S25 to compensate for that. So I decided to fork over an extra $60 to get the 256 gigabyte model, which still not a bad deal at the end of the day. $60 for a brand new phone, I'll take that. But I did want to make a video just saying goodbye to my Galaxy S20. I refer to it a lot in many of my videos that I make. The same theme that I always talk about is phones don't really change that much year to year. Don't upgrade to the S25. You have the S24, but you have a 4 or 5 year old phone like the Galaxy S20. It is probably worth it. So now that I have the Galaxy S25 in my hand, one of the biggest upgrades I've seen is just the phone works better when it is wet. Any other phones in the past around the Galaxy S20 era, if there's droplets of water in the phone, it's just gonna spazzes out. You cannot change the music or text or anything like that. But since the Galaxy S24, they made great improvements there, and this continued to be the case on the Galaxy S25. Makes a huge difference when you're washing the dishes, you got your phone on the side, podcast playing, you want to fast forward an ad. It's a little bit easier that way versus any other normal phone. You gotta dry your finger, hit fast forward, and then continue watching it again. Or you can just sit through the ad. But little things like that makes a huge quality of life improvement. And I do like the new slow-mo trick on this phone. You can basically record any video you want. Like right now, I'm recording myself. I can flip the camera around. So here are cars driving by. That guy driving by. And then I can easily just go into the video, hold down the video, and get a slow-mo from there. So you can basically select any video you already taken in the past and turn it into a slow-mo video. I think that's pretty cool. Slow-mo has been one of the underrated features that are like on most modern smartphone. Not something I use every day, but if you want to feeling cinematic, you want to shoot something cool, really emphasize the scene, it's a neat little trick. And in the past, you have to decide to use the slow-mo option or record a video or take a picture, but now you can just record videos just by default and always go back and edit it later. I mean, it's just a convenience factor. Technically, you can just take any video, bring it into a video editor, you can slow it down, speed it up, but just because the fact that it's built in, you could do it with a tap of a finger, just makes it much more easier. And one of the biggest upgrades I expected to see was the fingerprint sensor, but I noticed that when I had the Galaxy S24, the fingerprint sensor works great, but with the Galaxy S25, I put a brand new screen protector on it because I plan to keep this phone for the long run, maybe 2 to 7 years, but we shall see. The one downside of having a screen protector is it makes the fingerprint sensor very hard to use. I already went into the setting, I turned up the sensitivity, I turned everything into max sensitivity and all that, so it's supposed to help, but it didn't really help that much. So now I probably have to rely more on the face unlock or the password swiping. Sometimes it comes on, sometimes it don't. Sometimes I gotta do the fingerprint. So it's just a little inconvenient. And I noticed that when I have the S20 as well, when you have the screen protector, it just makes it a little bit more challenging to unlock the phone.
One thing I noticed that have been helping is if I go back to the fingerprint and remove the original and then redo it again at least 2 or 3 times, it has been helping a little bit. So you can definitely try that. Or you can, when you go and buy the screen protector, you look for the one that specifically says ultrasonic compatible or something like that. So I will stick with the current one I have to see how it works since I just remapped it. But if it bothers me enough, I might try the ultrasonic screen protector and see if that works better.
So that's it. That is it. Just wanted to make a tribute video for my beloved Galaxy S20 that I always reference in many of my videos. You will be missed. I shot the majority of my YouTube videos using my Galaxy S20 since the beginning of time. And now it's time to say goodbye. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is this a worthy upgrade, or would you have kept the Galaxy S20 for another year? For me personally, getting a free $800 on a 5-year-old phone, I think it's a no-brainer. But let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tech content like these, and catch you guys in the next one.